The Oxford Dictionary defines procrastination as the act of delaying or postponing something. But you already knew that. We're all guilty of doing it at some stage, whether it be just a bit of homework or a small job that we don't really want to do right now. We've all at one stage just pushed something out to deal with it later. But why does this happen? Is it just you being bad and motivating yourself, or is it something much deeper than that? Firstly, let's find out what actually makes us procrastinate. Like most things, there's not just one reason why something happens. It's the same with procrastination. There's actually several different causes for it. The ones I kept seeing while researching it, though, were anxiety, rumination, motivation, and neuroscience. Let's start with anxiety. Imagine you're in school and you've just been told that you have to make a project that you have to present in front of your class. And not only that, but it will also be graded in front of everybody. That would make you extremely anxious, right? You might have thoughts like, what if I do badly? What if I stumble on my words? What if I'm graded less than everyone else? And that'll make you not really want to do the project. Like, why would you do a project that'll make you feel bad? Instead, let's go outside, go for a walk, play video games, or watch a YouTube video. Anything apart from to do that project. Because according to the anxiety, if I do it now, it won't be good enough. Speaking of it won't be good enough, rumination. Rumination is a fixation on negative thoughts, which basically means that instead of thinking of everything that could happen, you only think of the bad things that could happen. For example, if you only have one pen, you might think, oh, my pen will run out and my bag's a mess, so I might lose the project and it'll be bad anyways, so what's the point? All this rumination, fixating on all the bad things that could happen, even though they probably won't, will just lead you to avoiding the project. The next cause is motivation. If you have a project and you just don't really want to do it, then that'll make you not do it. For example, if you hate geography and the project is in geography, then why bother doing it? It'll just be a pain in the hole to do it. This is also why on the day before you're supposed to hand it in, you'll do all the work, because now you have an actual motivation to do it. So without proper motivation, you just won't get it done. And finally, neuroscience. There are actually two subsections of this topic, your amygdala and present bias. But I can't really do it here, so to the workroom. Welcome to the room. Let's start off with present bias. Present bias is the human behavior of us being motivated more so by short-term rewards than long-term. This is because we can't really see into the future that well, which makes us not able to see ourselves actually achieving that long-term goal long enough and trusting it enough to actually keep going with it. So instead, we do things that reward us right now, like watching TikTok or YouTube, because watching TikTok and YouTube feels better right now than doing a project, even though afterwards it's the opposite. The next subsection is the amygdala. Amygdala. A 2018 study shows that the amygdala of procrastinators is much bigger than that of non-procrastinators. The amygdala is the part of the brain that is responsible for emotions, motivation, and fear. Research shows that the amygdala being much larger means that the perceived threat level is actually much larger as well, leading to procrastinators actually fearing the task and altogether avoiding it. On top of the larger amygdala, they also have a poor connection between that and dorsal anterior cingulate cortex. The DAC takes information from the amygdala and tells the brain what to do with it. An example would be the visual part of your brain would tell you that's a spider. The amygdala would say, we don't like that. And the DAC would say, get away, and would then make the body move away. So some procrastinators have the problem of their amygdala saying, ooh, that's a bit scary, and the DAC saying, get away from it, that is scary. Back to the forest. So does this mean that if you procrastinate, you're screwed? Well, no, here are actually some ways to deal with procrastination and to hopefully just stop it happening altogether. Sometimes it's just a case of forcing yourself to do it. Like when I'm making a video and it's getting to a point where it's just tedious, or there's one part that I just hate doing, like editing, and I've done it a million times over, but it won't save. Sometimes you just have to force yourself to do it, because if you don't do it now, you probably never will. Anxiety is a real problem when making projects or even making these videos. Like when I make these videos, I get really anxious about whether it looks okay or if it sounds okay. Like I can tell now that my face is kind of dark. Hopefully I can change this during editing. If I can't, then but at the end of the day, it's just a video. It doesn't have to be 100% brilliant. This is my third video uploading to the channel. This could be your first or your 10th or your 50th project that you're doing for your geography subject. Every time you make a project or a video, you get to learn things from it. So it might not be great now, but the next project, you won't make the same mistakes. Say that your editing is bad. Like if I did bad cuts now and people say, oh yeah, no, that cut was bad, then I would know next time not to do that because you guys have told me that it's bad and I shouldn't. By the way, if you've noticed anything bad in the video, just tell me in the comments so that I can fix it for the next video. If it's bad, it's bad. It's okay. You can work on it later and improve it as time goes on. Failure is a stepping stone to perfection. If motivation is an issue, then you can do 10-minute stop breaks where you work for 10 minutes and then afterwards you take a break for 5 minutes, reading a book or going for a walk or even watching a YouTube video for 5 minutes. But make sure you go back to work afterwards or it'll just end up a bad habit. Finally, to fix our annoying little monkey brain preferring short-term rewards over long-term rewards, set up a reward system where you break down your project into little bite-sized pieces. That way you get the sense of reward from finishing the project sooner because you've broken it down. Again, using making videos as an example, when I make my videos, I don't just go in and have 2 steps, make the video and upload. I break it down into 10 different steps. Find the topic idea, do basic research, make a basic script, then go back and rewrite the script, then record. 6, do retakes if necessary, then do a basic edit, then do a final edit, then watch over the edits for any missteps, and then 10, upload. That's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you next time.